Hi, so I want to show you how to install and configure Clipper on Linux. First thing, I'll put a link in the description to my Thingiverse page. This is CNC Tinkerbot. Here I have an install Clipper instruction zip. This zip contains these files. So it's a configuration for Clipper that I'm using on my printer, and Clipper and moonraker service and mainsail. This one is done. Okay, so you need to open the installation instruction, and I'm gonna install it right now following exactly the instructions from here. So first thing first is you need Python 3. You can type in the command this and see what you have. It must be at least 3.7 or bigger. And then if you don't have it, you'll have to install it. So see, I already have it installed. Then we need to install a few packages for it. The development, especially this one, the virtual environment, because we're gonna use. Plus this is for one of the Clipper moonraker. Actually, I did install now, and I had to install this because it asks for them. It might happen that on your system it might ask for something else. If it gives an error during this, it will usually show you what package you also need. Okay, so once you install this, we have to get a copy from GitHub from Clipper and Moonraker. So okay, first you go to the folder you want to install everything. Normally they recommend in the home folder, but I prefer to install it on a different partition, because sometimes I reinstall my Linux or something and I like to keep my settings saved. Okay, if you want to know from where you get these links, you just search on Google GitHub Clipper, for example, then GitHub Moonraker. You go to this link and you have the link here. Okay, should be done by now. Let's also get the moonraker. This one should go faster because it's smaller. 3 megabytes versus 130. Okay, and also let's download the mainsail. Okay. Let's extract it. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. Okay, already done this. Let's move it here. And also add this here, just in case. You can also do unzip from the console, but I'm not gonna bother. Okay, now we need to create a virtual environment for Clipper and for Moonraker. Now we're just copying a few files, okay? You see this folder appeared. It has the binaries for Python and some stuff. Let's do one for the Moonraker as well. Just a thing, if you read the documentation, it will not show these steps. You can you go into Clipper or Moonraker scripts, it has this installation scripts where it can do all this automatically, but it just uses, you see, it installs it in your home folder. I'm doing a bit of a custom install right here. Okay, so we finish this. Now we need to install these requirements. Okay, so when you create this virtual environment, it's like a new installation. It doesn't have any modules. And while this installs, I want to show you. So we're installing these klipper requirements. It needs to install these Python modules. And it's, you see we're running the pip from the environment, so it installs them in the environment. Let me show you on this one, because we've done on this. Now we need to install the requirements for moonraker. We can do this source moonraker environment bin activate. Okay, so now we're in this environment. I'm going to do pip list. You see these are the modules installed. Now we're gonna run this one. And I'm gonna show that it's gonna install a lot of packages there. Okay, it's done. See how many it got installed here. Okay, we type deactivate and we leave the virtual environment. See, it says here. Now if I type pipe list here, you see it's different from this one, because this one is of the system. And if I get into this environment from klipper, it will be also different ones. Okay, that's that. Like I said, you can use this installation scripts, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Okay, let's go back here. So we've created this, the klipper and the klipper environments, moonraker. We also have a moonsail website. Next step would be the configuration, the moonraker configuration. So it runs on this port. We're gonna put, this is the domain, we're gonna access it in the browser. We're gonna access it locally. Okay, you can just copy this one. And the printer config, this one is my config I'm using. You'll have it there. You can go into klipper configs and pick a config for a motherboard that's closer to yours. I just started with there's one with the Raspberry Pi processor around here that I edited. So that's how you get this one, if you don't want to use mine. Okay, the main thing in the moonraker configuration is we need to add this IP here, the local host, or it will say it's unauthorized. Okay, now the services. We need to start these two services, moonraker and klipper, that we just configured. I'm giving you these files. It's just a basic service file. Now where do you get these files? You get them from klipper scripts installed for Debian. If you scroll around here, see, you have it here. I'm just using a different path here, and it's a bit modified, but that's where I got them. Okay, so in my case, I'm gonna show you the klipper service. You see I have the path from here. So this is the command it will run when the service starts. As you can find here. Oh, I closed this. Sorry. Um, you can start manually if you want to just type in the command prompt, this command, and it will start it, but we're gonna use the service. Okay, so now you edit the services. If you download mine, you just change the paths here to where you installed it. You also need to change this. I could have configured actually with the home folder here, but yeah, maybe I'll do it in the future so you don't have to edit all these lines. But for now you have to change this path. This is where I installed it. Okay, once you edit this file and this file, the same, you have to change this path everywhere where it is here. Okay, we're gonna copy the two services. So we copy them in at the system, the system. Now we're gonna enable the services. Let's start the service. Okay, when you enable it, it's gonna start at startup. We're gonna start it now because we don't want to restart the system. And status, we see the service is running without any errors. Okay, all good with this one. Let's enable this as well. Let's start it. Sorry. And let's check if it's running without errors. Okay, enable the register something here, it's working. Okay, now we're gonna test this browser location. So we have this authorization, klipper state it's in startup, and we have an error here. Okay, when moonraker starts in your home folder, so in my case home, sorry, it creates this folder, printer data. Now normally the configuration file should be in this one, but since I don't want to keep them here, I'm just gonna cd to my home folder. So let's go into printer data, and here you actually don't need to be here, but you can just run this command. Well, actually we need to delete this folder first, the folder it's in. Okay, you can just delete it, open a browser, go to printer data and just delete it from here. I did it from the command. Okay, now we're ready to create a link. So we see this one points to our configuration file. And if I refresh now here, yeah, we need to restart the service first. So see, refresh and it's gone. Okay, now this is it's configured. Okay, let's add this as well here. Okay, now we need to configure mainsail. They show pretty complex configuration with I'm gonna with another web server. Just gonna use Apache. So in case you don't have it, you do Apache Droid and maybe okay. So I think this is gonna be enough. Okay, then you need to add this line to your host configuration file, and then we're gonna copy this to sites available, enable this. I already did this, so I'm not gonna do it because it's already done. This one enables it, and once it is enabled, you just go to this, refresh. Okay, now it says the printer is not connected. I'm gonna connect the USB cable and I'm gonna restart the firmware. And that's it. We are connected. We're reading temperature. We can control the printer. If we go here to machine configuration, it sees the configuration files from the firmware config. So that's it. Okay, one more things to mention. You'll have to add to your user this, run this user mode and dial out to your users. So if you type groups, you'll see you need to have this. Your user must be in the dial up as well, dial out. Otherwise, it will not be able to connect to access the serial to USB connection from the printer's MCU. To install klipper, you go into, let's actually do this. So I'm gonna close this one. Let's go into klipper. We're gonna do main config. Okay, we need to select the microcontroller. So I'm using Raspberry Pi. Nothing here, nothing here. Okay, let's just quit. Save configuration, yes. Make. Okay, it's compiling. Well, first time when I ran this on my installation, it failed and asked to install this one. Not sure if it's gonna work now. This is the first time I'm running it. Okay, it did it. So you see it's in outlib. So klipper. Outlib. Okay, so you need to copy this one. If it's the first time if you got the Raspberry Pi, the Pico, it will show as a USB drive here, and you just copy it. Note that when you copy it, it will disappear and it will give you an error. It's fine. There's no problem. Actually, the error is because the drive it will get disconnected once the new firmware gets onto it. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to tell you, it's in the configuration. So my printer configuration here, you have to put here the serial of the microcontroller. Okay, so I put here in the instructions that we can do this to find it. So by ID. Sometimes they are different by path and by ID. In my case, I think they recommend by ID like this, but let's search by path. Yeah, one of these changed. So initially I was using it by ID, you see, like this, and it changed from this one. Let's see if it's the same right now. 772E. Yeah, it seems to be the same, but at some point I don't know exactly why it changed, so I'm using this one. Anyway, you can search like this. You can, once you get, you just copy this line and put it in your printer config here. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want to see more.